paano lumago ang inyong kayamanan?
Kasi
Yes,
ang
please,
galing ng
Congressman.
kanyang investment ay ang investment niya, nung pumasok ako ng bahay niya, yung ilalim ng basement ng bahay, puro ginto. Tapos, sabi kong ganyan, aba, grabe ito. At saka,
Ano puro
Ginto.
yung basement nyo sa
San
Juan?
Juan, oo, noon.
Nakita nyo, puro ginto.
Ginto.
O anong sinabi niya? Saan niya nakuha yung ginto?
Sabi, kasi abogado siya ng mga Benguet, Atlas, Lepanto, nung before the war. Kaya kasi nung naging top notcher siya, ang pinili niya, hindi mga iba-ibang corporations, kundi mina. Naniniwala siya sa gold.
You mean to say he bought the gold with
He
his
bought-
earnings?
And he trade, and he, with his earning, and then he traded in gold.
Bakit hindi nalaman ng sambayanan yan?
Tapos-
Bakit nung bumalik siya, hindi siya nagsumbong na ganun pala
Wala
ang
naman
sinabi
maniniwala sa kanya. Kasi sino naman siya noon. At saka under the American rule, 45 noon. Tapos pagbalik niya, nung nakita niya na itong ganun nangyari, sabi niya, forget the money. We want our independence. True enough, nagka-independence kami ng 46 na hindi tayo binigyan ng veterans. Mula noon, makikita, meron akong mga dokumento, he started trading on gold. When he had about 6,000, 7,000 tons, he entered politics.
7,000 tons?
Yes, I have the documents. I have all the documents.
You are telling me, Mrs. Marcos,
And
that he
gold
had
nung araw,
7,000 tons in the basement of your house in...
Something like that.
Eh di, nahulog na yung bahay niya sa weight of that.
Hindi, basement na, lupa na yun eh. $32. Meron akong dokumento lahat yan.
Okay.
Meron akong kaso na mga ilang daang kaso, mga 500, 800, puro panalo. The trial of the century, nanalo ako, wala akong nakaw. Wala akong nakaw ang Marcos. Eh, ilang taon na ito? 27 years kami tinatagtad.
Oo. Yung Swiss banks po, nagsabi na, well, the Swiss Supreme Court said na lahat yan nasa gobyerno yan at talagang nakaw yun.
Hindi na, paano na nakaw? Wala, ni gold, walang gold ang central bank noon. Paano magnanakaw sa walang pagnanakawan? Pagka makita ninyo ang mga dokumento namin,
ba't hindi nyo pinakita sa korte?
Wala
Bakit
naman
sa
maninig
inyo?
sa akin. Sino naman ako ngayon?
But the most urgent reason I was looking forward to my coming to this hearing of the Philippine Senate is to seek your help, honorable senators, to help me implement the last will and testament of the late President Marcos to enlist assets in the hands of trustees, to implement the Marcos Humanitarian Foundation so that we can help the country in our economic crisis and help the Filipino people in their agony and suffering.
Ng 20 years na pagka-presidente ni Marcos, hindi siya tumanggap ng sweldo. Generation lahat yun sa UP College of Law.
So, saan daw ho
Pero din yung akin,
Oo.
pumunta sa KB noon kasi inuumpisahan pa lang yung kabataan barangay na
Opo.
natag ni Amy,
Opo.
aming panganay na anak.
Opo.
Hindi kami nagsusweldo.
Aha.
Sa katotohanan, si Marcos may konting kaya na nung bago siya maging presidente, lalo na bago pa siya maging
Pangulo?
Pangulo bago kami nag-asawa. Sapagkat ang aming honeymoon, after 11 days romance, nag-round the world tour kami. At saka binigyan na po napakalaking itong sing-sing na brilyante. So, hindi mabibigay ng mahisang mahirap.
Oo. So, ibig sabihin talagang binili niyo ito ng legal at hindi nakaw, madam. Sinasabi nung ilan.
Alam mo, Igan, itong 23 years na ito. At saka, simpleng arithmetic.
Opo.
Ang total budget ni Corazon Aquino was double that of Marcos in 20 years.
Oho.
Yung 20 years ni Marcos sa pagka-presidente, tingnan ninyo sa yearbook
Opo.
ng ating National Statistic Office.
Opo.
Makikita ninyo ang budget ni Marcos ang 20 years, 486,273. Si Cory, in 6 years, more than double, 1,077,895 trillion.
Mhm.
More than double. Sa arithmetic lang, paano magnanakaw si Marcos
Opo.
ng
So-
ganyan pera? Samantalang 20 years, at alam naman ninyo,
Opo.
nung naging presidente si Marcos, walang lahat. Wala tayong bigas. Nagpilipilang tao ng bigas. Tapos, later on, nag-export tayo.
Opo.
Ang unang katungkulan ng gobyerno at pamalaan at justice to all.
Opo.
Ano ito? 23 years na katapos ginawa ng current government. She alienated our judicial right to America. Nagbayong signature si Salonga with Secretary of Justice to South United States. Ina-alienate yung aming judicial rights at saka yung ambassador din pala is guaranteed our conviction. Paano naman?
Opo. Madam.
Pilipino ako dun iaabla sa abroad.
Opo. Madam.
Ang kailangan natin talagang pagtang kaagad yung ating principal law, our constitution.
Opo.
Kasi itong constitution ng 87, bogus ito.
Mhm.
Pagkat ginawa ito nang hindi nanalo na presidente. The
Opo.
fact that hindi ito legal na at saka na constitution.
Opo. Madam.
And that's our principal law.
Okay.
Sapagkat ginawa lang yan ng isang usurper, pagkatapos ginawa lang, inappoint ang mga members niya.
Opo.
Tama.
Taong 1990, naganap ang sinasabing trial of the century kung saang milyong dolyar ang kinwestiyon kay Imelda sa kasong fraud at racketeering. Dito sa gym sa likod ng bahay nakatago ang mga dokumentong nagpapatunay raw na not guilty ang pamilyang Marcos tungkol sa questionableng mga kayamanan. Nakaayos ang mga ito na tila nakaabang sakali mang mga ilangan sila ng ebidensya anumang oras.
We're entering the documents of the trial of the century. Oh. Here. 170 banks that Marcos deposited money on. These are the 350,000 documents used against me. Now, all of that. All the mines, all the banks of the world, 170 banks of the world. And I have the bill of lading. And these are all U.S. government exhibit. All of this. Just to show you the bill of lading, how much is
$240 million. Oh my goodness. Is it million? Billion?
billion?
Billion? 240 billion?
Only one shipment. And these are plenty of shipments. And then 5 sketches. Lucio, we started them, all of this. Baralco. 2,900 hectares, that greenfields, Alabang, that's all ours. I was going to build a satellite city for the poor. So, no, we are not the thieves. These are the people.
Mrs. Marcos, if we go by all of these, you are rich beyond compare.
No, this will save the world.
The world.
The world.
This
This is the reason why I want to survive. And it's not for me anymore.
So, Mrs. Marcos, are you saying you're open to giving some or an amount of this one to the country, to the Filipinos?
Not only the Philippines, but the world.
So, what are you waiting for before you can attain your intention?
With this now, we are tied our hands with the whole press saying we are magnanakaw. We are the magnanakaw. Kami ang ninanakawan. We are the one who took it. Marcos suffered so much for this.
Ang naging depensa raw ni Imelda para maipanalo ang kaso, bago pa man raw naging presidente si Ferdinand, may mga ipong ginto na raw ito na lumaki ng lumaki ang halaga paglipas ng panahon.
When we started, it was $32 and then $35.
An ounce of gold. She's talking of gold.
Now, it's 1,300, 400, 500, 600, 800, nag-iiba-iba eh.
Iba-iba.
Ounce yan. And we are sitting on gold. Did you know I won my case in New York on my 60th birthday?
I know, I was there. I covered you. And then you had a small party in that small Filipino pub.
Yeah.
You know, after the court, everybody went to that small Filipino pub. Punong-puno ng tao. Hindi ka makahinga. Kasi chest to chest na ang dami ng tao dun sa...
Nagkaroon ako ng
I
fun eh.
remember.
Imagine, alone, widowed, orphan, first lady of a third country, winning the case of the century. Without a penny, I did not have one piece of document or one witness. I could not afford any of them.
Pero naghanda na ba kayo at that time, ma'am? May pinaghandaan na ho ba kayo? Na kung sakasakali, ako hindi makonvict ako, were there already, wala?
I am resigned to whatever the Lord has planned for me. Anyway, I have always followed whatever they say about the good, the true, and the beautiful, and that is God being that is God made real. So I followed that path, and if you're in that path, you're in the path of God and the truth. Nobody can touch you. Can you imagine? I have now 986 cases, and all of them I won. And this case are not filed by individuals. They are filed by government, superpowers. And I have about 10 more, but I'm not afraid. I'm at peace with the truth.
Maging ang kanyang dalawang anak na sina Bongbong at Aimee ay kapo may pwesto ngayon sa gobyerno. Mrs. Marcos, you have entered politics again, and so has your family. Senator Bongbong is in the Senate. We have Aimee as the governor in Ilocos.
It's not for the honor or the pride. I've been first lady there and all of that on top of the heap for a long time. No, not for that. It is the privilege for be able to give, to love.
Do you foresee another Marcos in Malacanang?
Well, I am only happy that my children, in spite of the fact that we have been so persecuted because of politics, the whole family, the children still love the Filipino people and the country. Believe na believe ako sa mga anak ko.
Gaya ng kontradiksyon sa bansag sa kanya na Iron Butterfly, ganun din marahil ang buod ng buhay ni Imelda. Parehas niyang natamasa ang kapangyarihan at prosekusyon. Parehas siyang minahal at kinamuhian. Ngunit sa kabila ng lahat ng ito, tulad ng isang paru-paro, pilit pa rin siyang lumilipad. I did not have the privilege of interviewing Mrs. Marcos in New York because she was really so guarded. But now, I have the privilege of doing it. Before I retire from my career,
and you have the nerve to ask me shocking questions.
Are they shocking? Really? Were there shocking questions?
Some wouldn't dare.
Oh, really? Oh, but I think I would because I am coming with a... I am coming with a very clear
I believe in
conscience.
transparency. Anyway, I have nothing to hide.
Correct. Let me now thank you very much for this interview. It has been a real pleasure talking with you, and we wish you all the luck in the world for all the good intentions that you have for our people and our country.
Well, thank you. I need it. I need it because the Lord intended this to be paradise and to be there forever, and gave us His own image, each one of us, and be a great creator. And we can do so much. And that's why I'm praying that we can really fulfill, and it's doable.
If you say it's doable, it is doable.
It is doable.
Maraming salamat po.
But it shows deposits in the name of Ferdinand Marcos in a bank in Brussels, and it's for 987 billion dollars.
400,000 metric tons are in the Central Bank of the Philippines. There's over 200,000 metric tons in Union Bank of Switzerland, and some of that gold is buried securely in the Philippines as well. Some of it is held in various banks, but the bulk of it is in the Philippines.
So the World Bank holds the note on that gold?
No. It is in a special trust account that was set up by Ferdinand Marcos, and the authorized signatory is a German banker lawyer by the name of Wolfgang Struck, who also lives in the Philippines.
So how do the people get the gold back? If it's their gold and it was taken by these bankers, how do we receive it?
That is the question. And they're just sitting there illegally and refusing to relinquish it. Part of the problem is that this gold is cloaked in secrecy. But in the last month, Wolfgang Struck has been publishing all of the documentation. So it's there for people to see. We have the originals. And people just have to make sure that the banks do what they're required to do, which is release the world's wealth.
But I can tell you this, that we never spent government funds for our personal purposes. If we did, we replaced them immediately. I may have committed many sins in my life, but stealing money from the people and from the government is not one of them.